For the first time, we had multiple events in one day. Think I can handle it? Let's find out.
What's up, everybody? It's Marlon, and I'm here on a Friday night. This is about 3 o'clock in the morning. So tomorrow on Saturday, I have 2 events going on, and it's actually my first time having 2 events in the same day. So it's gonna be interesting. Not only am I having 2 events in the same day, but the second one is actually a wedding. So it's not like a typical baby shower or birthday party. As anybody who's ever been to a wedding knows, there's a little bit more involved when it comes to that day. It's a really special day for any and everybody, especially the bride. 1, it's my first time hosting a wedding at my venue. 2, it's also the first time having 2 events in the same day. So logistically, it's gonna be interesting. I'm anxious to see how it all plays out. It's really just the flipping of the room itself, going from one event, cleaning up, making sure everything's good, and doing a whole different layout, a whole different setup for now something like a wedding, which is a little bit more involved. Tomorrow's gonna be a hell of a day, so hope you have fun following me on my journey.
All right, good morning, good peeps. It's about 10:45 in the morning on Saturday. Yes, I decided to rest in a little bit, get a little bit more sleep, because I know today is about to be a hell of a day. And thankfully, I pretty much did everything for the most part as far as setting up and having everything in order. So I have everything laid out for the first event, for the guests to come in, put up some of their decorations, and then after that, I also have everything for the second event in a place to where I can kind of easily swap stuff out. And the system in my head sounds like it'll go all right, but who knows when it comes time to. But about to head to the venue. Thankfully, I only live about like 15 minutes walking and 2 to 5 minute drive from where I live, which is super clutch. And for anybody interested in possibly getting their own event space or even any brick and mortar, I would advise, and maybe a rule of thumb in general, is to possibly get a place or location that's within like 30 minutes of where you live. Depending on how traffic is in your city or your town, because you never know when something go wrong, emergencies, especially when you're first setting up the venue or first setting up your location, whatever it might be, the back and forth of having to do supplies, construction, renovations, anything like that, you'll thank me later, trust me. But about to get ready to head over there now. Man, my eyes are really puffy. All right, so I'm headed to the venue. And my car is reading a whopping 88 degrees outside. So yes, it's about close to 90 degrees, y'all can see. It's not actually, doesn't feel too terrible right now outdoors. I'm usually, maybe because it's still before noon, it's still a little early, but normally even just heading to the car sometimes, like I'll take a shower. If anybody lives in Miami, you take a shower, and as soon as you get out the house, by the time you walk to the car, you're drenched in sweat. It can be pretty disgusting sometimes. But yeah, just gonna deal with it. So getting ready to head over, straighten up a couple things, lay out maybe 1 and 2 more things that I didn't do, but I was happy that I'm super happy I did everything last night, because I know myself, I am not the person to like to have to wake up early to do everything. So if I can do stuff that night, the night before, mostly because I'm a night owl anyways, then I will much rather prefer to do it that way. So after a long day of setting up curtains, drapes, tables, linens, and all that, the only thing I have left to do is just lay out a couple of like chafing dishes and see where the client wants the tables exactly and the chairs and stuff like that. But I usually leave that for when they can kind of get into the venue. So this is my version of get ready with me. We're off. So it's a nice quiet day out here in Shopping Plaza. So I believe it's College Park or that area. So if you guys know Hungry Bear, we're located right next door to Hungry Bear pretty much, guys. So if you ever want to come through, Event Center Miami is where it's at. Let's take a look in here. All right, so we are in here, Event Center Miami. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff kind of set up already behind me in the background. So this is going to be a first birthday with some some clear and gold beaded charger plates with a lavender accented, and I'm just gonna kick on the AC right quick. The one thing I do need to do before these guests come in that I plan to, almost forgot about, is to kind of blow off the front porch area. So this is our kitchenette. I won't show you down there just yet. But pretty much everything is in place. Got games for the kids that we offer, giant Uno, life-size Jenga, all that good stuff. I don't know if you guys can see well, but these are the drapes that we added yesterday. I think it provides a nice pop, a nice touch. Got them all along the room pretty much, as well as this wall too. So yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So we'll see if I can do a little time lapse and see what happens. Whew. The things people do to create content. Get this thing on choke. Y'all can see the sweat dripping down my face now. I've been out there for 5 minutes. Miami humidity is no joke. But yeah, fortunately or unfortunately, sometimes these are things you gotta do. I like a clean looking place. So one thing about my shopping plaza that I'm located in, it's looked probably the same since I was a kid. It's not as new and as updated as some places, but also that kind of helped when it was time to negotiate rent and what the rent, because rent, even though they said the commercial market was kind of down after the pandemic, it doesn't seem so in Miami, because regardless, prices still the same, and even 3-4 years post-pandemic, kind of the same thing. Man, I don't know why the camera gets so dark when I go into certain areas, and it has these black lines. So if anybody knows what that is, any video people or content creators, let me know what that stuff is. I still can't figure out why I get these black straight lines across on the thing. All right, it's about 11:30. I got maybe 15-20 minutes before these guests come in. I gotta set out the chafing dishes. I'll try to get some footage of the entire setup once they have all their decor in here as well. But for the most part, I provided the tables, the chairs, the linens, the charger plates, the napkins, and just the venue in and of itself. Ooh, let me show y'all well, I'll do it after. I will probably do an in-depth video on what it was like getting my process started, how I found my venue, what I did for rent, what areas I was looking in. But as you probably may have saw, some things you just have to do yourself. We don't have like a lot of maintenance or regular maintenance, in my opinion, on the grounds of this shopping plaza, which is one thing I would have definitely looked into more, knowing what I know now, because I like things clean. Yeah, so I mean, the got a cheaper rate, but it is what it is. So certain things you have to do on your own. Like I said, mine is in the area of this plaza where it's a big courtyard. So even though that's technically the common area that you saw me using the blower on, people are coming into a nice establishment. I want it to look nice, feel nice, regardless of what the building looks like outside. Try to do my part in keeping the place clean and presentable. So about to go water these plants before they die in this heat, do some last minute changes, and these people should be here, these guests should be here in about 15 minutes. So it's about to be event one of a long day. Oh, and one thing I wanted to show off. Here at Event Center Miami, we are always looking to improve. So if you guys notice, got working electrical hand dryers in our venue now. We do have a baby changing station as well for, families and stuff like that. But I'm really happy that we got these in. Air dryers. Shout out to Alex, my electrician. Yeah, so this will definitely save me money on paper towel rolls and having just re-up constantly and buy stuff. Granted, maybe it'll be a little bit more in energy, but I don't assume it'll be that much more than what I'm already using for electricity. Let me settle in, have a sip of my tea in this hot ass 90-degree weather. Excuse the wear and tear on my mug, but I'm a simple guy. All right, guys, so it's going down now. We are finally set up for Kaylee's first birthday party, and it looks crazy in there. It looks amazing. Decorations came out real nice. Partly thanks to me, definitely a lot thanks to mom and dad and the family's doing. So we're gonna take a look inside in there real quick and kind of see what's going on. And again, this is a day in the life of an event space owner, and this is just one event, first event out of 2 for the day. Cleaned up the place. Everything looks great. I'm really pleased at how everything is turning out so far. So let's take a look inside. Yeah, guys, so as you can see, it's going down right now. I'm actually gonna get out of the way. Personally, I don't really like to stay, I really don't stay in my venue while an event is going on. One, for the privacy of the family. Nobody likes to feel like they're really looking over your shoulder. And I'm also the type of venue owner that I'm very particular about my things. It's one thing that I didn't realize how much OCD I have, I guess, in certain aspects. So sometimes it's hard to see people, you know, I don't say making a mess, because it's going to happen. It's an event space. People are going to make messes. Spills are going to happen. I understand that. But it was something that I had to really get used to in regards to being in the space. So I try to take myself out of the space, let people, you know, do what they do, have fun. And if stuff happens, we have, you know, supplies to kind of help for people to clean up after themselves, take them through the security deposit checklist when we check them in, and we also, upon checkout, you know, do the same thing. Again, the biggest thing is going to be the turnover, really and truly, for this event. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, take myself home, and yeah.
I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who cares to hear this. But it's hot as f out here in Miami. It's brutal. Salute to all the people who do like real, like manual labor, like outside, landscaping, all that stuff, construction, because nah, I'm good, bro. But either way, I digress. I just got back home from the first event, letting that go on. I have security cameras in there, I have staff in there, but it's hard for me to be in my venue while people are using it. And I think anytime you're a little too close to something, especially seeing the transformation, I don't have any kids, but I can imagine it's very much like how when a parent, especially a first-time parent, when you're first maybe handing your baby off to certain people, it's probably very nerve-wracking, because like, oh, don't drop them, don't do stuff that, mind you, they've probably had a baby before and all this good stuff, and they probably know exactly what they're doing, but it's just kind of hard to let go, especially when I was there from the inception, watched the whole place come to life, from construction and renovation to what it looks like now, completely different. And I should have done this a long time ago, but I have footage saved up and some stuff saved up, so I'm gonna try and go back and make a video of what the place looked like before and the process I went through and things like that. But right now I'm just gonna actually eat some breakfast. It's about 2:30, and yeah, gonna eat breakfast at 2:30. Probably some bacon and eggs.
I could always do bacon and eggs. That's delicious.
Because I love bacon and eggs, and if I have a chance to, I'm always gonna do breakfast items for my first meal of the day, and this is my first meal of the day. After that, I'm gonna get back to finishing a sales training that I was watching, and just trying to help better my sales techniques, especially when I'm on the phone, because people are very fickle, even if they're calling for your services, which is, I'm sure, something a lot of people in sales realize. And I've been in sales before. It was more outbound and cold calling, but it's all a lot of the same principles, and it's something that I have always struggled with and I've never really liked ever. So carrying a conversation is one thing. Trying to get people to buy your product and sell them, so to speak, is completely different. I've had some good traction, obviously, with 2 events in one day. Things are picking up a little bit, so it's a good problem to have. So I'm not complaining about that. Very thankful and blessed. Yeah, just gonna kind of ease my mind a little bit now that that's done, and really gear up for, probably once 5 o'clock rolls around, gear up for what's really gonna happen once all of the moving parts. Got to get people out, switch people over, clean stuff up, flip the room, set up, all in time for somebody's biggest day of their life.
All right, guys, a little bit after 5 o'clock, I'm headed back to the venue to shut this party down. Gonna get ready to turn over the venue. I seen through the security cameras that the party had already kind of started cleaning up a little bit, so that's good. I normally don't really assist the clients in the cleanup part, because then that becomes... It usually is kind of like a conflict, because then it becomes like, oh, well, are you cleaning up for us? No, I don't clean up for the client. If they want us to clean up for them and they not have to do anything else, we do offer a cleaning fee that we charge them extra for, to be able to obviously just go home right after the party, and we take care of the cleaning. But if y'all don't pay that, I'm not doing y'all cleaning for you. Mind you, yes, as a venue owner, I still do my own cleaning after the fact, but it is on the responsibility of the client to, take out the trash, wipe down tables, clean up any spills, anything like that. Anything major, especially, give it a light sweep. But with this one, I might just be willing to forego that, just so I can have a little bit more time to set up or just make the process a little bit quicker in setting up and flipping the room for the next venue, for the next event. So I believe my cousin just pulled up to the venue, and I'm about to as well. So thank God for family and friends. I got, a friend of mine, a couple family members that's gonna help me flip this room. So we'll see how it goes. I'll try to document it, but I might be just kind of busy and just kind of get too into it, depending on how strapped I am for time. But we'll see what happens. So it's gonna be it. I brought my clothes ready and be ready for the wedding a little later, freshen up, and turn from event owner to the wedding planner and day of coordinator. Apparently, when you're a business owner, you wear all the hats. So this should be fun. I would definitely need a Celsius. So we're in the middle of event 2. Beautiful little wedding ceremony for a lovely couple, and I'm exhausted. Man, who told me to become an impromptu wedding planner? This was not what I signed up for, but I guess it is when it's part of the job. And knowing my personality, I'm the type of person that it's a little hard to kind of just let things go, so I end up kind of involving myself anyways, regardless of if people pay me or whatever the case might be. But here outside the venue, finally had a brief moment to myself. Unfortunately, I didn't get any pictures, any footage, any content of the flipping of the venue, but I did get some content of what it was set up with the people in there with the wedding. So you guys will see. Hopefully I can gather some more content from other people as far as what the setup looked like. But so far so good. It's been a mission, but that's what you got to do to hopefully do good business and just really give people a great experience here at my venue. And at the end of the day, hopefully hope people enjoy themselves and come back wanting more. Hopefully people word of mouth spreads about the venue, and obviously just doing more with it. So that being said, I'm gonna go right back inside.
Hello world, where you been? I've been waiting for you and your friends. One love begins. Tip top with starting at 10. If you believe that we can make some magic up and say yeah. If you believe that we can make some magic up and say yeah. Yeah, we on that new. We're chasing that energy, make it move. When we hit the party, that body groove. We're chasing the sun, yeah. If you were trying to go home, trying to catch one, trying to have fun. Let me.
What a day, what a day. Man, I don't even know what time it is. Whew. Damn, guys. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Just finishing up from one hell of a day, like I said. And like I knew it was gonna be, here at the venue with 2 events, one being obviously a wedding, which really turned out great, and I was super happy how it turned out. The couple seemed to love, you know, what we provided here, the service we provided, how it turned out, and I'm glad that we could really help them out and help their vision come to life, because this was a couple that actually had plans of doing their wedding on the beach originally, and as I said all day, Miami's just too hot for anything outdoors right now. So they actually found me maybe a couple months ago, changed up their complete plans, dropped their event planner, their event coordinator, and decided to give me a shot and put their faith in me, and I'm just thankful that they trusted me. So shout out to Yasmin and Roberto, beautiful couple. Wish you many blessings and a great future with your families. But yeah, I'm exhausted. My feet are killing me. I just finished steaming the place with a lot of traffic in here. Well, this is the second time I steamed, but I literally steamed like every inch of the place tonight, because I cannot, after an event, I'd rather just clean up the whole place before anything else just gets crusted on and it gets too hard to take off. And seeing as I'm already up, tired and sweaty, why not just get it done all in one shot? So, man, I swear, I feel like I have not spent this much time in a 2-day span inside my event space more than back when I was doing the pre-construction, when I was here, you know, almost every day trying to do something, getting the place ready once I got the lease. But since then, I think this is probably the most that I've been inside the venue. Shout out to everybody that helped me between today, yesterday, this weekend. Shout out to my dad again for coming through and putting up these amazing drapes. I think it gives the place a real nice touch now. It's not just plain white walls, it gives it some texture, some character, and I'm glad it came out before, especially the wedding. Wedding was something I was really looking forward to, it kind of looking a little bit more elegant than just a white box. So again, thanks again, Dad. Thank you to my cousin Phil and his sons, Aiden and Tukes. Love you guys. Thank you for coming to help me. They have enough going on as is, so they took time out of their day. My boy Junior, J24, soy tu papá, came through, helped me out. Shout out to my bartender, Christina. She actually worked both events today, so she pulled an all-nighter, an all-dayer with me, stayed extra to help me out, you know, after everybody left. And so really grateful for everybody who helped, and thankful to the families too that kind of did a pretty decent job of cleaning up after themselves and things like that for the most part, and made today definitely easier than it, you know, it was still tough, but it made it a little bit easier. But I'm exhausted, my brain is fried. Unfortunately, I didn't get as much content as I would have liked. Yeah, but for the most part, I haven't really had much. Thankfully, they gave me a little plate to eat, and I just snacked on a protein bar, but I'm exhausted. I'm using my massage gun because these puppies, oof.
I'm about to go in here and get a massage and a hot tea bath right now. And I'm glad I got all this done tonight so I can spend tomorrow some day with family that's in town, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And this is a day in the life of an event space owner. Not super glamorous, but can be well worth it if you're into it. And so I'm happy with the choices that I've made and what I'm doing with my life, and just happy on the journey that I'm on. So we'll see what the journey and God has in store for me. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching till the end of this video. If you found the information useful, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the next one.